Hello, we're here today with our beautiful model Beth, and we're actually going to be learning some things today that you can do at home with your kids. So first with Beth, I'm going to show you how to trim your kids' bangs at home. This is going to be for people kids who already have bangs. I wouldn't recommend giving your kids bangs for the first time at home. I would let your hairstylist do that. And this is more for like an in-between touch-up at home. So I would section off their longer hair just so that it doesn't get in the way and then you're not tempted to cut it and give them way more bangs than they ever had. So if you just want to section off their longer hair in a ponytail, doesn't need to look neat or anything. This is just keeping it out of the way. So next, I'd recommend wetting the hair. So you're just gonna lightly spray it with some water. Again, you're just using the bangs that have already been sectioned off by your hairstylist. You're gonna need a water bottle, a comb, and a pair of hair cutting scissors, preferably. Kitchen scissors are a little bit bulky for this. You're doing great, Beth. Look up at me, okay, honey? Good work. Once it's wet, you're just gonna comb it all down straight, making sure to comb it straight from the root, so it's all down straight. And then you're gonna take your first section and you're gonna wanna start cutting it at about the eyebrow. Being careful not to pull it down too tight. Just keep it nice and loose between your two fingers. If you pull it down too tight, you're probably gonna end up taking a lot more than you ever intended to. Just make sure they're always looking up at you. Following your guideline from the previous section, you can see here where you're gonna cut. And just keep following that guideline. Making sure that any hair that gets in the way that's not supposed to be there, it keeps going behind the ear. You're doing really great, Beth. If you want, you can make it a little bit longer at the sides, a bit of a rounded effect. So I'm just gonna do this side, keeping on following the guideline, not pulling too tight and combing nice and straight from the root so that it gets nice and even. And I am bringing it down a little bit on the corners. And then once you're done cutting, if you want to dry it, I can show you a good point cutting technique just to make it look a little bit textured and not so straight across. So from here, if you want to go behind them, once it's dry, you can pick back up the bangs that you cut, combing again straight from the root and up while holding it gently. And with your scissors, you can just very gently point cut in there just to break up the line a little bit. Grab the next section, pull up, point cut. I'm just opening and closing the scissors slowly while lifting in an upward motion. And then the last section over here. This is also kind of cross-checking to make sure you got it all straight. I can see a few baby hairs that made their way in there that hadn't quite, I didn't cut the first time around. Just point cut up, and then you're good to go. You have a beautiful bang trim. Done at home, so should save you time and money.
A little bit long.
We can cut that part out.